What's going on, guys? Focus, focus, focus. As soon as the camera focused, I accidentally pressed the power off button. Okay, so let's continue off to where the last one was. Actually, scratch that. First off, welcome to Po Boys. Buy merch, subscribe, and like this video because I love you. Let's see where we at, bro. This thing is messed up, son. Yeah, so if you can see the wires right here, all the wires that don't have anything on them, oh boy, come on, focus. All these wires that don't have anything on them and just are nothing. So like this one has a connector, this I'm gonna keep. These wires are bare, I'm gonna pull these out of the harness later on. So that's kind of the strategy I've been going with. I also got this harness over here, right here. So got that harness right there. I'm gonna cut out both that thing that's falling, because that's e-brake controls, center console, power, and seat controls. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut those off, as well as there's some more stuff in here that can be taken off. Now that y'all know what kind of we're doing, I've taken out the seat. Let's get to work. Let's start out with the harness that I've got here. I know that I need dikes. There's dikes right there. They're not my special dikes though. My special dikes probably are over here. There they are, my special dikes. And also, I'm gonna put on glove. I like gloves, and gloves are useful because they keep your hands from getting wet. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get diking. I only say that because it's funny. All right, first off, seat controls. We don't need seat controls. E-brake and center console controls. We don't need e-brake and center console controls. Most things that are coming off are off. All right, now let's cut this right here and get to the bare wires that we need. There we go. There's all the wires that I'm not keeping. So I'm keeping all of these wires right here. Everything else, I'll be throwing. Those two go to the switch, the parking brake switch, or the seat switch. So move them pretty far back. And I'm gonna save these pieces of wire, by the way, because there's no reason why not. So it would just be wasting if I didn't. All right, now we've got this side of the harness. Bro, there are so many wires I'm cutting off of this thing. All right, there are no connectors on any of these wires. It's the only way I can explain that. I'm braiding hair. So this side's gonna go over here. That'll be the side I'm done with. Let's get the dikes out and cut these last pieces. Oh boy. I'm cutting the wires out, son. I'm also gonna pick up all these wires as well, so don't be alarmed if they're on the floor making you OCD. I am moving all this stuff here in just a second, but for now, I gotta get this stuff out. Or I gotta keep getting this stuff out. Most everything that comes back here is all good. Actually, there is window defrost and speaker wires. Speaker wires, I forgot about those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the speaker wires out of this harness back here. Crap, I wasn't wanting to, but it looks like I'm going to have to. I just wanna, like, there's no reason why not to have any of that stuff, so might as well just run it all in. Donkers. Oh yeah, let's go. I found the mother piece. All right, so this is an important integral piece of the loom because this is where the wires get split from front to back. I think most of the wires that are coming from this side, I don't know if they're gonna be useful. Oh yeah, Ford, I see you. Oh yeah, Ford. I would love it if this is stock. What is going on in here? What in the world is this? Is this a connection? Oh my gosh. That is a connection. That's what we're dealing with. That's what Ford put together. They said, hey, I got 5 wires that all I need to touch. Just put them together and squeeze them. I don't know what this is. This is so confusing. Like, this is nothing I've seen before. Either way, that's gonna be something confusing. So until then, I'm gonna cut these so it's out of the way. Trash goes on that side. This will go on this side. Never seen that before. All right, so those are the wires. As of right now that I know I need are these ones. However, there's a few in there that I know I'm not gonna need, like speaker wires. More wires coming out. And I'm also gonna pull up this whole thing and pull out the column. I'm a ticking time bomb liable to pop off. Yeah, and we got the rear seat sensors. Those are coming out. These hoses had to come out. There's more junk and more junk is coming out by the minute. there goes everything on the backside. Now we just have tail light and fuel pump. Some evap, probably. Nothing crazy. So most of the stuff's out on this side. Now we have from here forward and from there forward on this harness. Most all that stuff is gonna be behind here that I need to do with like all this stuff right here. This is the stuff we're getting rid of. It's gonna suck. It's really just gonna suck. Let's go ahead, get started. Get the little impact that I got. Get these 13s and take off this column. Then one last one right here. The whole column will fall. All right, there's one side of it. There's another side of it. Unplugged. Gang, I don't know what these are, so I have to figure that out. So I need to get some 10s. Well, maybe they're 11s. Yep, they were 11s. All right, sweet. The column is out. That giant piece of non-race car oriented stuff is out. All right, family, folks, and friends. All right, so I took out the bolts for this right here. So now let me go ahead and just remove it completely. All right, there's that. Oh, there we go. Here is my column because I'm gonna be revving past 7,000 one day, and I'm also gonna be going over 120 one day. I'm gonna need to fix this. I don't know where I would get a column that's better. Maybe I'll just get straight gauges. So these two were attached to the gauges. Let me double check that. So those will definitely stay intact. This was connected to the steering column, and this was connected to the steering column. This is the headlight switch, which I probably will keep this. All right, now that's the switch for them. I'm really just gonna have to pull this dash out again, which I didn't want to, but we're just gonna have to. Back. All right, the dash is coming off, folks. Now, let me make sure everything that's attached to it is unplugged. There's a bolt in there, but that's an Allen. I think the one size I needed is not in this. Yeah, it really just isn't in this, which means it's on the toolbox. I got that fuse box unbolted out of here, so the fuse box should be out now. In theory, I can pull out this whole entire dash assembly. The reason I know is because I put it in. I only know there was just a few bolts holding it all in, so all there is now is just a wiring harness holding it from coming out. And now it's out. Didn't think this would be coming out anytime soon, but I also didn't think that I'd be doing full-on race car stuff to it. But the best option out of what I had, the best option was race car stuff. Man, most everything in this harness is stuff that I needed. It's pretty dope. Wow, there is so much electrical tape on this harness. All right, there's the clutch cable. Two-step will be button activated, so not clutch activated. It will be button only activated. Took me some pictures. Took me some nice pictures. Going to the other side, because this plugs in there. However, we might move what there is over in the middle, so we might move a few things. However, until then, I know for sure this harness is good. So I'm gonna put that in here because this is a clean harness. I know it looks really wild, but it's a clean harness right now. This, I will have to figure that out. That's just stupid. You gotta take the tape off, move a little clip, then you can get it out. And once the tape's off, you're good. However, I need to keep that. That will be important later on. The top piece of tape is the one that I'm looking for. Because when I can find it, that will be how I get all this unraveled. And unraveling all this stuff really isn't that big of a deal, just it's tedious as all get out, I'll tell you that. It's very tedious. Oh my gosh, this daggum camera is a piece of junk, man. Oof, that sucks. Let's get back in here since y'all missed all this stuff because the camera decided to freeze and I guess die. I don't know how much it got, but I have all this stuff in here, the wiring in here, got them cut back to about here. Everything here back is pretty much good as far as the loom goes. There is electrical connectors in here, some wire in here. Huh, it doesn't look too bad. Interesting. All those guys. All these
these guys. A whole wiring kit. This start and stop deal thing right here. Slap that in there. Now the car's ignition is on. If I need to turn it off, just do that. And then smack those. Y'all all know how these work because you've seen race car movies. It's just on, off, off. And then that's ignition on, that's ignition off. This is how you remove the key. And then once the ignition is on and ready to go, push to start. Then you just wire all this. You wire this into your ignition, this into the main battery. The main harness goes directly here for a 12 volt. And then everything else is pretty simple. So got all this stuff in here. Got a relay box right here and a fuse box right here. It's gonna be a nice little fuse box. Wow. It's gonna be nice having that stuff in there. It's gonna be very nice having that stuff in there. But here is my wiring stuff, I guess. Kind of frustrates me that it wasn't working properly or my camera wasn't working properly and it didn't record half of it, but I digress. All right, let's go ahead and cut the rest of this harness out. There we go. There's a big old piece of harness that's just trash, or it's cut actually. Oh, it's time to go. Oh, look. Wow. Thank you for making your wiring harness so ugly, Ford, by the way. Thank you. In black hole sun. What the heck is that? Oh, boy. That's a connection. Someone thought that was good, bro. They're like, oh, yeah, don't make it. It's a crimp connection. Those are normal. Don't be alarmed. But they just look really bad. Gang. All right, let's unplug that. I'm just looking for all dead wires, honestly. Orange twisty wires. Those are the twisties. All right, so this is the harness that will stay in the car. Now, without further ado, folk, let's do this. Gang. Yeah. Most of the stuff's out. So let's go ahead, bring the rest of the harness. Let's make some sense out of the rest of the harness real quick. Let me get my harness real quick. Gang activity. Let's just take a look at everything we got going on over here. Looks like we got a 10 there. Now I can go ahead and remove. Happens to be a 10. Yo, Listerine spray. The freshest mouth in the earth. All right, here's my hood latch pin. That could be used for something else later on. Simple as that. That's how those work, if you didn't know. That's another part that I can keep because it's not bad. Oh yeah, it's time. Who needs a brake pedal, boy? Not me, especially if it's loose. All right. Problem is, daggum gas pedal part fell off. All right, that's where I put the pedal. That's the gasket for the steering column that I have to get out somehow. Let's figure out how to get the steering column out. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's enough of wiring for right now, so I'm gonna leave this stuff right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out from the old steering column since all this stuff's out of the way. This looks way better, and still debating whether I want to do sound deadening or not, because if I do, I need to go get some dry ice so I can just freeze all this stuff, hit it with a hammer, and it pops right off. Just like that. I got a good amount I gotta do. Definitely a good amount I gotta do. Yes, I am planning on doing sound deadening, which sucks, but definitely gotta do it. I think it's time. We're gonna be doing the most weight reduction that we've ever done on this Po Boys channel. Wow, that's ugly. I'm gonna fix that. Someone did that. I don't approve. 10. Someone thought that would be a good ground. Dope. Thank you, dude. Oh, I forgot about this watt box. I really can't wait to hear the car on this thing. You don't understand. I'm building a race car, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for this. All right. Now this stuff's somewhat out of the way. 100. Okay. All right, looks like I'm gonna need to pull the tank. Used to be down, 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 down. Waiting on takes time. All right, let's see what we're dealing with. There's a band on this side, band on this side. Looking like a 13. Lots of mud stuff under here. That's all charcoal canister junk. All right, let's go. Hand power is always better than electric power. I bet you this hoe would get it off now. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna hurt, but gonna make it happen.
Oh, the jack's at the house. I can't even do anything.
Well, I can at least get this gas tank out. I'm just looking for all the stuff I need to get out of here before I remove this tank. Oh, wow. That's light. All right, yeah. I'm not even worried about it. The tank's almost empty. Yeah. So, go ahead and put the impact on it. Well, there's the tank, son. Tank's out. There's my charcoal canister. Oh, that's junk. This car has been mudded heavily before. Ah, yeah, baby. Those are all evap lines. There's the harness. The fuel line. Fuel line's been messed with before. Well, let's get the gas tank out. I'm gonna get the rest of the evap lines off. Go ahead and do that. All right, let's do this, baby. 10s. 10s right here. We're getting this gas tank out. Y'all might be thinking, why are you doing rate reduction and removing the gas tank? I'm not, I really just have to put in a fuel pump. But I need to take the gas tank out in order for that to happen. Now, I have to get down here. No, gasoline. Everyone's favorite. Definitely gonna have to do something about that. Oh boy. Fast. Gas tank. Wow, that is dirty. It must be changed. Wow. All right, so these are EGR lines. These lines just go straight to the fuel filter. I took the little thing off, but I don't have a removal tool. All right, now I get down here and get to the point that I was wanting in the first place. That's cool. That's really cool. Wow, it shattered that. Ugh, charcoal canisters suck. I mean, it still works, just not that good. Buy merch though. This bitch doesn't do wheelies, I'm quitting YouTube. All I want is a car to do wheelies, son. Damn. Life happens. This charcoal canister's piece of junk. I'm gonna throw this in the trash before it causes any more damage to anything else. But just letting y'all know, I had a Tacoma. Never had anywhere close to half as many issues as I had with this car. I'm gonna sweep, get some stuff out the way, get some junk out the way. All right, y'all ready for max weight reduction? Cause this finna happen, son. Oh, I hope y'all are ready for this. You're not gonna be though. Not one of y'all is gonna be ready for this. Really? Come on now, get off. Stop dangling yourself. Should I use the Sawzall or not? It's one of those jobs where like, I don't know what tool I should use. We got a grinder and a Sawzall. Probably gonna have to use a mixture of both. Come on. Definitely a mixture of both, most likely, if I need to do this. Floppy Blade. You ever play Flappy Bird? You ever play Floppy Blade? Yes, sir. I can straight up stand in this car. All right, so let's leave the gas tank where it's at now that it's out. I was cutting right here, cut a little bit of this little speaker frame in. It's just for a little bit of rigidity. However, when the car's caged, I am not gonna have any worry about rigidity because this thing's gonna be freaking solid. Cutting that out so it's easier to cage the car later on. Until then, I get to play with this. I'm about to unbolt the ECU right there, and once I get that unbolted, I'm gonna go ahead, take that out, take out this last harness, assort all of these, figure out what's needed, what's not needed, what I can
can redo, because in the box right here, y'all have seen earlier that I have all the goodies that you would need. So it's time to make this happen. I'm gonna wait until later on because I'm gonna use the hacksaw. I need to get more blades. But when I get more blades, I'll go ahead and finish that. And until then, waiting on next up is this wiring stuff. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this and see if I can't make a wiring harness that sits right above here. That kind of looks pretty good. I'm gonna try and make a dash out of this and see if we can't make something lightweight look good.